Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk America. It is your host Reggie, back again, and let's get right into it. So, recently I was on Twitter, unfortunately, and there was a thread talking about like lobbying and how lobbying can hold us back from a lot of good stuff, at least good for the average American citizen. Maybe not good for corporations and shit, but in the thread they were talking about like how some companies or corporations would lobby against certain laws or ideas. For example, high-speed railways across the country. Southwest Airlines voted against like a Texas high-speed railway. Somebody had said in the Twitter thread, and that is just one example of how some of these industries or corporations, they will lobby against certain laws that would seem beneficial for American citizens, but not beneficial for these companies' bottom line because they'll lose profit. Oh heavens no. You know what I'm saying? This is really something I'm passionate about. High-speed railways, right? I believe that the country could and should have a high-speed railway connected across the country, right? A lot of other developed countries have something of the same sort. Why are we lacking of? Then you look of the business aspect. Who's going to lose money if we was to have high-speed railway? Cars car companies and air companies like Delta, Southwest. So let's say if our Congress brought the law to develop a national high-speed railway, the main niggas that's going to lobby against that are airway companies and car companies. And boy, do they have a deep pocket to lobby against it. And they also have deep pockets to give money to our politicians to be like, hey, don't be voting for no high-speed railway bullshit. Keep car positive, keep airway positive. And this is nothing new. This is not conspiracy theory shit. You can literally go to politicians' shares and shit. You can see where they've been getting shares from, what donations and shit. You just gotta put two and two together. I'm just basic, summing this shit up of how lobbying works, because our Congress, our Senate, our Supreme Court, whatever the fuck, they're not really representing us, or they say. They're representing other things that seem to be more important than American citizens, because there's so many vital problems that we need addressing right now: homelessness, healthcare, income, infrastructure, addiction. So many problems. Yet we want to talk about gay niggas. No offense to my gay niggas, but it seems as if our government wants us to be mad at shit that has nothing to do with living situations. Bro, we need to be talking about inflation and increasing the pay of these jobs. You don't give a fuck about all this other shit these trying to get us mad at. Because what I'm noticing with the average American, they're forcing this gay and trans shit amongst a lot of Americans. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying they're trying to. It seems as if they want Americans to be pissed and distracted by something. It's like they're rage baiting Americans to be mad at trans and gay people when that's not their enemy. Because you'll hear a couple of Americans be like, oh, they're trying to get our kids to be gay. They're trying to turn their kids gay. Nobody's trying to turn your dumbass child gay. If your child is gay, they're gay. Like, we got bigger problems. Your child don't have any type of school resources. They're stripping resources from our schools and putting it towards military and police shits. That means we have no after-school programs for our kids. That's bad. That's why we have a whole prison to prison pipeline. It's just a lot of bullshit that needs addressing, and our government is just, it's not profitable to to address these problems. It's just not. Because it seems like the American citizens are losing, but certain industries are winning right now. You know, but they have to win at our expense, which is unfortunate. But we gonna have to. I mean, it's not gonna be enough for me to be upset and frustrated. It's gonna be like, I was thinking about this yesterday. It's gonna take like some type of collective frustration, because right now we're just too individualistic right now. Like, you know, we don't really. There's no sense of community right now. I mean, this is probably a product of the society that's been in America for a while now, where we gotta work hard by ourselves to get the American dream or whatever the fuck. When in reality, we kind of need each other. Us as American citizens are so important to the whole country. We are very important. We produce trillions of dollars, not even billions, trillions of dollars. Yet we get almost nothing in return. Our government tells us to go fuck ourselves. If we don't make $10 million a year, our government is telling us go eat a dick. You're literally catering to rich people and corporations, and it's not even like, they're not hiding it. They're not hiding it. It's just, like I said, it's gonna have to take something of us being collectively pissed and wanting to do something about it. Cause right now it's like, we don't want to vote. That's the gist. I'm getting the gist that, okay, we ain't voting because voting don't do shit. We are aware that voting don't do shit. Well, we gonna have to figure something else out, because the only motherfuckers voting is the older motherfuckers. They was gonna do that anyway. Then we already got things like voter suppression. A lot of people are like, you know, I'm not even gonna bother voting. So it's like, well, we need to do something. We need to figure something out. Because the government is, I don't want to say corrupt, but I mean, that looks like corruption to me. I don't know. I try not to be on my conspiracy theory shit too much. On to my next topic. I believe that mental health should be way more important than it is in America. Like, we really need more accessible and affordable resources for our citizens in America towards like mental health and shit. Like, honestly, mental health shit should be included with health insurance, which should be included as being a citizen. Like, why are we paying for healthcare? But that's neither here nor there. That's another topic. But mental health is very vital, because in my opinion, American citizens, I think the average American has gone through a lot of trauma, some type of trauma, or even not even that. Just living in today's society can be very depressing. I feel like a lot of Americans have nothing to look towards to. That can lead towards like a lot of suicidal thoughts. That's another thing. The amount of Americans that are battling suicide, that's concerning. That's not a good thing. And you just look at it like, yeah, America has a really big mental health problem. Men's mental health, for example. Like, there'd be a trend every couple weeks where dudes be like, nobody cares about men's mental health. And in general, dudes don't even care about men's mental health. Dudes will come out and be like, yeah, I'm not doing good mentally, I need some help, blah 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 blah, and dudes not even gonna be there, or they'll judge you for it. Shit, some dudes even call you gay, a pussy, for having mental health problems. So it's a shame, but I would say that's even not just men, but all Americans. Like, there are a group of Americans that don't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely proven that it's real. And I just feel like this is definitely concerning, the amount of people that have some type of shit like stress, anxiety, depression, bipolar is it's a lot. Like somebody is, I feel like some citizens, I mean, some Americans have something, some have multiple, some severe than others, but we definitely need more. I wish we had more of our tax dollars and resources going towards things like this, especially for people at a young age, because it starts at a young age. Depression and a lot of these adolescents is a real thing. Like you're hearing a lot of these teens, kids even battling depression. Like what the fuck? You like your first thought is to think, what the fuck you got to be depressed about? You're a kid. You don't got no bills and shit. But that's just an ignorant old viewpoint. If a kid is telling you they're depressed, believe them. That be the problem with a lot of adults. We don't listen to kids. We don't believe kids. And if you really see, a lot of these adolescents are dealing with like stress, anxiety, depression. It's not just adult problems. Like it's crazy. And I would imagine it's probably living in America and dealing with the things that we have to deal with, like living paycheck to paycheck, dealing with health complications, disabilities, healthcare, shit like that. It's just like the society we have in America. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I won't say dangerous. It's very unforgiving. It's very ruthless, and that can definitely have a toll on people's mental health. And yeah, man, it can be a dangerous country living here, but I mean, a lot of people view it as a place of opportunity, which it is, but it's like opportunity is there, but like it's way bigger for certain people. But yeah, the mental health shit should be definitely taken more seriously, in my opinion. On my last topic, I wanted to talk about how hard it is to save money today. I was talking to my friend the other day about like how if you are able to save money today, it's kind of a blessing. Like that's a privilege, because I feel like a lot of Americans, whenever they get paid, like that money has to go towards something. Groceries, insurance, car note, paid, mortgage, rent. There's so many things that Americans are having to pay for that we don't really have enough to save money. And if we do, that has to go towards something too. So that means a lot of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, which isn't a good thing. Like, why is everything gone up? Why is the cost of living, in my opinion, why is the cost of living a thing? I mean, the cost of living has always been a thing, but why the fuck is this shit so expensive? You got people having to work 2-3 jobs just so they can make ends meet. I mean, Americans, y'all see it, I see it. The problem's right in front of us. We're gonna have to do something about this shit, because niggas don't want to vote. Okay? If we ain't trying to vote, then... You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're having to work 2-3 jobs, people are having to Uber to work. Just, like, it's costing money to make money. People are having to spend money just to make money at their jobs. A lot of this shit, that like insurance and shit, is going up, groceries going up, everything's going up, but pay. So it's like saving money is like a thing of the past. Like I said, if you are able to save money, that's a blessing, and do what you can, because a lot of Americans are out here, they're having to dip into their savings, which is unfortunate. And yeah, it's a shame. As far as doing something about this shit, I feel like as America, we're gonna have to come together and collectively be frustrated. Like, what are we gonna do? Because if voting ain't an option, we're gonna have to come up with some other options. Something. We're gonna have to make a list of something, because I agree, voting ain't the way. You can't. There's certain things you can't just vote away, in my opinion. Like the prison complex. I doubt you can just vote something like that away. That has to be removed. Shit like certain shit in America kind of has to be remodeled in a way. So yeah, I don't really see how voting would work in certain ways like that. But if Americans don't want to vote, we don't have to figure something out. I'm a vote, but even with me voting, it's kind of feeling like I don't even feel good about voting because I don't like neither candidate, and I feel like that's the average feeling. I can't speak for all of America because Trump is really influencing a lot of Americans right now. Can't lie, but I will say I don't really like Joe Biden, and I hate how a lot of liberals and Democrats are like, you have to vote for Joe Biden. I know he was a really shitty president. He didn't do the best. He had that whole Israel shit. But he's the lesser of two evils. We have to vote for Joe Biden. That's why people hate liberals. Like, I can't stand them, bro. You telling me I gotta vote for a nigga that supported a genocide just because he's less of a shitball than Trump? I don't like Trump either, but what is this shit of us having to vote for lesser of two evils every time? That's the problem. Americans are tired of voting for the lesser of two evils. They're tired of voting for two evils, period. Give us some better options. And I feel like we need to stop relying on the government to give us options. We are the government. Shit. We are the American citizens. Bitch, we run this country, not them. But, I don't want the FBI knocking on my door. Until we realize that we control shit, we need to be running the options. We just gonna be stuck in this bullshit. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. I think it was a good episode. And just, I appreciate all the support and everything. And just stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.